What's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jake Briggs here continuing to cook up this NBA action, man. Y'all know we do. We're on the jam session. We cook up every single game, every single day, man. Money Making Friday, one of my absolute favorite days of the week. We're just trying to make some money, man. Do what we do. We just kick the crap out of the books betting hoops. Last night, we went 2-0-1 officially on the premium side. I pushed on my NBA player of the day. I laid the 13 points with the Cleveland Cavaliers. They won by exactly 13. The closing line was 12.5. Hopefully some of you were able to catch that. Again, personally, I had 13. Happens. We did cash our other two plays, though, last night with the Indiana Pacers outright on the money line. That was a good spot for them at home at the crib. And then we also had the San Antonio Spurs. I thought it was a good spot to just continue to do what we do, which is fade the Phoenix Suns. So 2-0-1 last night. Didn't lose any money. We made money. We'll never complain about that. Let's do it again tonight. Let's make some money tonight on this beautiful Money Making Friday, man. I appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in and watch this video. All I ask is that you smash that like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And, of course, I have premium plays over at the site, including that NBA play of the day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do what we do. Let's kick the crap out of the books, man. Let's bet some hoops tonight. First game on the board, we got the New York Knicks out on the road facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland, 8.5-point home favorites in this one, total 241.5. ESPN game. This was supposed to be a really good game, but there's some extracurricular things going on here. That's why Cleveland is such a sizable favorite. I won't overcomplicate this one. I'm going to lay the points here with Cleveland. I just don't like the spot for the Knicks on the second leg of a back-to-back with travel following an overtime game. The Cleveland Cavaliers are also on a back end of a back-to-back with travel. They beat the Nets yesterday on the road in Brooklyn. But, Brooklyn is different than playing an overtime game against Chicago and now having to go to Cleveland and play. You feel me? It's just different. Wouldn't be surprised at all if some guys for the New York Knicks sat. Tibbs is one of those guys that runs his guys high minutes. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some dead legs in this basketball game late tonight for guys on the New York Knicks. Cleveland right now is still the number one ATS team in all of the NBA. Unless I have a clear, concise reason to fade them, I'm just not interested in doing so. I like Cleveland in this one tonight. If this was a regular game, no back-to-back with travel, following an overtime game for New York, and we were getting 8.5, I would definitely be on the Knicks. But spots, situations, is what we like to attack here on the jam session. We're attacking the New York Knicks in this one. Give me the Cavs, land the points at home. Let's keep it rolling, man. We head over to Orlando where the Magic are where the Magic are 3.5-point home dogs with the Memphis Grizzlies rolling in total 225.5. Memphis, man, they lost yesterday to the Indiana Pacers in Indiana, 127-113. They're on the second leg of a back-to-back with travel. Left Indiana, now heading to Orlando. Orlando was in action yesterday. They beat the Atlanta Hawks 114-108 in Atlanta. They return home in this one. These two teams have matched up once this season in Memphis back in October on the 26th. Memphis won that basketball game 124-111. Last time we seen the Memphis Grizzlies, the last two times we've seen the Memphis Grizzlies on the road, man, they've lost. We know what it is with Memphis. We like attacking Memphis on the road. We love betting them at home. Memphis goes stupid, dummy, crazy at home, at the crib, one of the best home teams in all of the NBA. I know they're one of the best ATS teams in all of the NBA, and I know we've thrown a lot of money away betting Orlando, at the first part of the season. But in this game tonight, this is just a game where I just want to do what I know these two teams to be. And I just want to attack Orlando at home where we know them to play their best basketball in the totality of the last two seasons. And I want to fade Memphis because historically, or, over the last little subset, since we've been covering, they play their better basketball at home. So getting points in my back pocket with Orlando, sign me up. I kind of like how they looked last night in Atlanta. Hopefully they can keep some momentum rolling forward here at home. Memphis will be able to make money with them, but we're mainly looking to attack this team at home. Give me the Orlando Magic plus the points, or maybe even attack the outright money line here in this one. We keep it rolling. We head over to Washington, where the Wizards, 5.5-point home dogs with the Milwaukee Bucks rolling in. Milwaukee, man, this team, you know, it's not really much to be said about them. They did get a win yesterday. Shout out to them, 116-110. Giannis did end up playing in that game yesterday. I'm not sure if he plays on the second leg of a back-to-back, though. I'm not sure. And this is a game I'm just not sure what to expect. And it's looking like the way the line indicates that they're not going to play. That's the way the line indicates right now. I want to take Washington in the double revenge game at home from an ATS perspective. Am I rushing to the window to bet it? I don't know. I just don't know. But I know I don't want to lay points with Milwaukee in this one. The news hasn't come down at the time of recording this video, but I'm here to tell you I highly doubt Giannis is playing tonight on the second leg of a back-to-back with travel. So, small lean on Washington in this one. That's just how I'm feeling on this game. We keep it rolling. We head over to Toronto, where the Raptors are 2.5-point home dogs with the Miami Heat rolling in. Miami was heading into the break struggling, man. That team had lost, 4 straight? We've seen these two teams match up 3 times already this season. Miami won the first one, 121-111 on the 29th of November. The Raptors won the second one, 119-116 on the 1st of December in Toronto. And then Miami won the most recent meeting, 114-104 in Miami. This is a game I don't want to overcomplicate either. I'm just doing what we've made money doing this season, which is betting Toronto at home as a home underdog. Toronto's been a money-making team this season, and Miami, until Miami shows me signs, I can't bet on them with good faith. So, Toronto's just been a different team, monster and animal at home this season. We've known that. We've cashed there many a times this season, and I say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Until Miami shows us something, we're going to fade them. And in the low-key bounce-back game at home that also happens to be a revenge game here for Toronto, sign me up with the points in my back pocket, or maybe even attack the outright money line here with the Toronto Raptors. We keep it rolling. We got the Detroit Pistons out on the road facing the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs on the second leg of a back-to-back. Them boys beat up on the Suns last night. Shout out to them. Of course, we all heard the news. Victor Wembanyama is out for the season. That's kind of upsetting, kind of crazy, with a blood clot in his right shoulder. Huge blow for the San Antonio Spurs, man. The Pistons, they were heading into the break playing well. They have the rest advantage in this one. I lean towards the Spurs plus the points in my back pocket. Just a small lean. This is not one of my favorite games tonight. I'm just not interested in laying over a bucket on the road with the Pistons. They are improved. They are a decent team this season. They probably win the game. I don't know if that justifies laying over a bucket with them. You feel me? I think with Wemby out, there's some value kind of attached to the Spurs. They looked good last night. And I think if they can play with that same energy, they'll be okay here in this one. So, small lean on San Antonio, plus the points in my back pocket. Detroit, they got to show me again post-All-Star break that they're going to be that team that they were before. Feel me? So I'm going to grab a point in my back pocket with the San Antonio Spurs playing this game in Austin. We keep it rolling, man. We got the New Orleans Pelicans out on the road facing the team from Dallas. The team from Dallas laying 5.5 points in this one, total 237.5. It's kind of crazy, man. Since Anthony Davis got injured, man, this team from Dallas has covered every single game. 6-0 ATS since Anthony Davis has gone down. They've been a money-making machine. I've left some money on the table. Just simply not betting the team from Dallas, man. And this one tonight, I like the team from Dallas laying the 5.5 here in this one. We've been fading New Orleans pretty much blindly majority of the season, and I see no reason to stop now. Mavs are really banged up still. All their bigs are out. Lively, Gafford, Anthony Davis, Dwight Powell, everybody out. PJ game time decision, Clay game time decision. Keep an eye on the injury report for Dallas. But even despite that, I still think they beat up on New Orleans. And it's not even a play on Dallas, more so it is just a fade of New Orleans. And with the success of the team from Dallas recently, ATS, until they cool down from an ATS standpoint, we kind of almost are just leaving money on the table. So I haven't bet them since the disaster in Dallas, the trade. I haven't bet them. I haven't put any money on this team. I don't even know if I do so tonight. I'm just here to tell y'all that's the way I lean. And if I were to, it would be on the team from Dallas in this one. Just continuing to fade the team from New Orleans, the Pelicans. Let's keep it rolling, man. We got the Houston Rockets. Houston, we have a problem. The Rockets laying 3.5 points on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Total 217.5. Man, oh man, the Rockets, man. What is going on with this basketball team? I can tell you what's going on. Fran VanVleet's been out. And since Fran VanVleet's been out, this team has been atrocious from an ATS perspective. So I really don't want to be betting Houston until he's back. Minnesota, they were playing well, low-key, heading into the All-Star break, and I think I want to stick with them in this spot. I hate betting Minnesota in Minnesota. We call them the house of disappointment when they're at home. But on the road, we've been able to make money with the Timberwolves in certain spots, in certain situations. The Rockets need a point guard to run the show over there. And without the point guard right now, it's a little, you know what I mean? It's a little rocky. And that's why they've been so bad from an ATS standpoint recently. When VanVleet get back in there, we're going to be right back cashing on the Rockets like nobody's business. But right here, right now, just don't like what I'm seeing from them. I think Anthony Edwards in the Timberwolves, hopefully he plays tonight. The injury report is kind of disgusting for Minnesota in this game as well. But I'm leaning towards the Timberwolves. I'm expecting him to play. That's why I'm kind of talking like this. I'm expecting him to play. So just kind of keep an eye out on it. Conley, Gobert, and Edwards game time decision. But I'm on the Timberwolves. Just a small lean. Want to see how the injury report shakes out, but I think it shakes out in the right way, and I think the Timberwolves show up in a big way. Keep it rolling, man. We got our favorite money-making team, the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies, out on the road facing the Utah Jazz. Thunder laying 14.5. This is one of the best teams in the league versus one of the worst. It is a double revenge game at home for Utah. Doesn't matter. We're on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Lay the points in this one. It's probably gonna be a woodshed. The Thunder, man, they don't play. They just don't play, man. And I think they come in here and lock up Utah defensively, do what they do, and win the game by like 15 to 20 points. It's just who the Thunder are. We've tried to pick our spots with Utah at home this season. It doesn't really work. You feel me? Utah has played their better basketball on the road this season. They're not terrible from an ATS perspective, but they're not great either. And going up against, a juggernaut like the Oklahoma City Thunder, don't want to overcomplicate this one, man. I think the Thunder win the game comfortably. It would take more points than this for me to look in the direction of Utah. You feel me? Oklahoma City's in that same bucket as Cleveland. Unless I have a clear and concise reason to fade them, I'm just not interested in doing so. We keep it rolling, man. Last and final game of the night. Got the Golden State Warriors out on the road facing the Sacramento Kings. Warriors, 2.5-point home favorites in this one. These two teams, man, been battling it out, man. The Kings have won both meetings this season. 129-99 on the 5th of January and 123-117 on the 22nd of January. Double revenge game for Golden State. I think Golden State's a better basketball team. I think Golden State wins this basketball game, and I don't want to overcomplicate this one. So I'm going to lay the points with Golden State, maybe just take a money line. Sacramento has been so bad from an ATS perspective. We love fading them. New Orleans, the number 1 team on the do not bet list. The Pelicans, number 2. Phoenix, number 3. These are all the bad ATS teams we love fading. So I see no reason not to do it here. The double revenge game for Golden State. I'm kind of expecting Golden State to go on a mini run here soon. Give me the Warriors plus laying the points here in our last and final game of the night, man. I was a little tongue twisted here in this episode. It happens sometimes, though. The information was there. Hopefully you guys got it, man. Hopefully we cash again tonight, man. I appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in and watch this video more than you know. All I ask is that you smash that like button for me. Share this with a friend. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me, man. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, man. I have an NBA Player of the Day over at the site. You guys can scoop that up for $25 at Pick Dawgz Premium. Link for that in the description below. But and I have long-term plans for you, ladies and gentlemen, as well. I always say hop on a 3-day pass. It's a great time to make some money, man. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, get all my plays for the weekend. We got a smaller card tomorrow in the NBA, but we got a huge college hoops card. So I'll be diving through college hoops, and of course, I'll be here for the NBA as well to cook it up. And then, just a money-making hoops weekend. So, looking to make some money, looking to do some damage. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know, man. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs, man. I'm out of here. Peace.